League 3.0. This is your Commissioner Russell Morgan, and we're here today with our special guests, Jeff Mueller and Kitto Joesph. Jeff Mueller and Kitto Joesph. How are we doing today, guys?
Doing well.
Okay.
Doing okay. So if I'm correct, you guys are playing each other this week.
We are.
And how is that going?
Russell, I'm not going to lie to you. We're off to a rough start.
How many points are you at?
Well, Antonio Gates decided not to show up to the game today. Same as Blackman. But we're not going to make excuses. I talked to Luck. I just got off the phone with him. I said, show up Peyton. I said, who's Peyton Manning? And so I expect great things from Luck, Wayne, Walker, and T-Rich. But yeah, 38 points.
And how do you expect to match up against Adrian Peterson?
Well, Adrian Peterson is going to re-tear. He's going to re-tear his ACL in the first quarter, so I'm not worried about it.
Speaking of ACLs, Kitto, we actually have a Twitter question.
Yeah.
From @RussellMorgan.
Oh, okay.
And it is, did you actually tear your ACL, or is this just a bunch of bullshit?
I actually did. I have the MRIs to show that.
We'd like to see your MRIs.
Unfortunately,
and
I
your
don't have
tax
one with
record.
me. And my tax record. On a serious note.
ACL. Fair.
Next question.
We've seen you swim, we've seen you play basketball, and we've seen you play football, and we've seen you play tennis, and we're gonna see you tonight play softball.
Mm-hmm.
And you had an ACL tear.
As Kobe says, if it don't mind, it don't matter.
Quick question. What's your record in basketball?
In the Morningstar League?
Yeah.
We are currently 5-1.
What?
The same team that lost Russell Morgan and Jeff Mueller and added Chris Joesph went from 1-9 to 5-1. I don't want to say I'm MVP, but I think we should say that. But yeah, we'll leave it at that.
And apparently the MVP is playing on a torn ACL.
Yeah, currently on a torn ACL. Anyways,
Jeff. Mind, it don't matter.
Jeff, what do you think about this week? Do you think you're going to pull off the win? Because Kitto's seeming pretty confident about the win right now.
Well, I already thought I won, but if he thinks he can come back from a 38 points, you feel like you can still put up 111.
What are the chances of us kissing at some point during this interview?
If you trade me Drew Brees for a penny. Okay.
Alright, on to the next question. This is for both of you guys. Are you guys championship worthy?
I'll let you go first.
To be honest, I don't really care. As long as I get top two, I'm good.
So you're going to make it to the playoffs this year?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
That's the worst response I've ever heard to that question. Currently, right now, we're not a championship team. My team does not show up to play on a consistent basis. That's something that we're continuing to work on in practice. And but do I have the pieces right now to win a championship? I believe so. But a trade is in the future.
Another question. Do you think Reggie Bush can take you to the championship?
Reggie Bush will win me the Fantasy Football League this year.
Okay.
Do you want Doug Martin on your team?
Doug Martin. I want Doug Martin in my bed sucking my dick.
Would you be willing to make a trade right now for Doug Martin?
Give me an offer.
Doug Martin for Martellus Bennett and Reggie Wayne.
That's the dumbest offer I've ever heard. That will not fly with me. No need to check with my secretary.
All right, your secretary, who I talked to earlier this week. What about a counter on that trade?
A counter?
Yeah.
Russell, I like you, so I'm going to make a trade with you. I'm looking at, who do you have on your team?
Doug Martin.
He's going to offer me.
He's going to offer you Mike Wallace just to wonder.
Mike Wallace comes in every deal.
Mike Wallace. He's like a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah, whether you want it, whether you already have it, you're gonna.
So you have Mike Wallace.
Yes.
Doug Martin for Martellus Bennett and Mike Wallace.
Oh. You know you can't. You have to accept that.
Let's get it ready. Let's get this thing done.
Before we do that,
yeah.
So you consider yourself a smart fantasy football owner?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Getting there.
Do you realize that Doug Martin broke his shoulder today in the game?
Oh.
Yes.
How severe is the injury?
But
I'll tell you this. He was crying on the field, so it's got to be pretty serious. If you make a black man cry, I think it's pretty
Tears
serious. Tears of joy. I'm just came out the broken shoulder thing. Anyways, on to Jeff. So, people are asking, what is the deal with this you want second place thing? Why not a championship?
You know, that's a very good question.
Let me remind you, first place gets $110. Second place,
I think.
Do you hate
$60.
winning?
I think that after years of playing in this league, Russell always finds a way to win. He's the champ. He'll make a trade,
I like this. I like
probably
this a
with
lot.
Brian.
Or
By the way-
or Dan
by the
with
way,
team I own now.
Little sidetrack. Little sidetrack, Brian. How do you lose to a guy that's 0-6?
How do I tie to a
That's all I
guy
want to know.
2 years ago and not go on a perfect season? There's just questions like that no one knows the answer to. And I'm still pissed about that 2 years ago.
Can I say one thing about Jared?
That's so random. Trying to walk up right now.
Jared is the Cowboys. When you expect greatness from him, he's gonna let you down. And when you don't expect anything from him, he's gonna surprise you. Yeah, but I wouldn't count out Russell. I wouldn't count out Jared. Those are two guys that will always be in the mix. You know, I definitely count out Jeff. He won't be there at the end. You know, and Brian is, you know, that's cute little run. But even the Chiefs are 7-0.
Another thing, Jet Puff. That kid's got some potential.
Yeah, some potential.
I don't like Jet Puff.
Me either, but it is what it is.
All right. Speaking of Brian Ponce, do you think Brian Ponce will make it to the championship this year?
Heck no.
I believe he will.
You believe he will?
Yeah.
So why is he not going to make it to the championship this year?
Because I was looking at it, and there's a very good chance I end up in 4th place. And if that happens, obviously I'm taking him down.
So you can end up in 4th place behind.
But I didn't finish.
Okay.
There's an even better chance that Tyler Thompson makes it into 4th place. And if he does, he's going all the way.
So if Tyler Thompson making the 4th place, I'm sure we're all thinking Brian Ponce making the first. Who's going to be in that 2nd and 3rd place spot?
Well, me, obviously.
2nd?
Yeah.
Okay, 3rd place.
They're
will
either
be.
2nd or 3rd, either way.
So then will 3rd place be Tyler Boskin then, who looks like he's going to pull off a win this week?
Tyler, I love you, man. I love Peyton Manning. But I don't know. I'm a little worried about your running backs. I think I'm going to have to go with Reggie Bush.
So you're thinking this guy here is going to come in 2nd place?
That's me.
And Drew Brees.
All right. Kitto Joesph.
Yeah.
Back to you on the Brian Ponce subject of him making the championship.
Mhm.
Why do you think he's going to make it to the championship?
You know, I don't know. I just kind of want to believe in him. I kind of want him to kind of get a big head. And
He seems to
Too
fail.
late,
He
too late.
seems to fail when he has a big head all the time.
yeah. So
By the way, this is the first time in 7 weeks that I haven't received a text from Brian Ponce.
Maybe he's getting the idea that his team's actually good.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I
Maybe it
still-
took
I
him
still-
6 wins in a row to
Yeah.
understand that.
I still don't have Brian's number. And no one
1-800 immigration.
other than Russell, who checks fantasy every 5 seconds, no one even sees my trades. I send about 10 a week. I don't know if you guys know this.
Now, just put this out on the record. I actually accepted your Wes Walker Darren Sproles trade.
Ooh.
I voted to accept that.
No, that was a great trade.
I knew that Zach's team would be too good with Jimmy Graham, Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
and Aaron Foster and Walker all together. Yeah, leveled everything.
I
out.
don't need any sympathy votes, by the way.
Okay.
By the way,
I'll just
I-
vote to veto it next time, so
Okay.
it gets vetoed.
Okay.
Because there's only 2 votes away from getting vetoed.
By the way, does Zach have any chance with either one of you guys? Does he have any
I think
chance?
Zach's gonna lose this week, so I think if Zach loses this week, it'll be tough because he's gonna need to win 4 out of 5 to make the playoffs.
You
Because
heard
he
of
usually
Zach?
needs 7 wins to make the playoffs.
Give up?
Just give up Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
I'm right here. I know I'm on the camera, Zach, but I'm right here, man. Jimmy Graham.
Hey, don't give up, Paso. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't ever give up.
Don't ever get up.
Look at Kitto. He turned his season around from
Yeah.
last year.
From 4-8 to 4-3.
Now 3.
1-3.
hey, wait! I could
He
finish
accepted
4-8.
it.
I could finish 4-8. You know, so I'm not gonna write the book yet. But if I do go 8-4, I will write a book. 4-8 to 8-4. I did it. You can do it too.
So, Kitto, you're confident you're gonna win the championship this year?
I'm not confident.
You think Brian Ponce is gonna win it?
No.
Do you think Jeff Mueller's gonna win?
I'm thinking a wild card. I'm thinking
Give
Jared.
give a couple percentages.
I'm thinking.
Don't say Jared.
I'm thinking Jared, Russell, or Tyler Thompson is going to sneak into the playoffs and make a great run.
Jared would have to win all the rest of his games for the rest of the season to make the playoffs.
You know, Jared's a Jew, so he's gonna figure it out.
He's gonna figure it out.
Jared,
they always
Talk
do.
to me.
I'm pretty sure a Jew runs the NFL, so
They actually do. There's a lot of Jewish owners
They'll
and
figure it
agents out
out.
there. All right. Finally, we have our last questions from Twitter from @ShannaHart.
interesting.
Kitto, Christopher,
Yes.
Joseph. Are we together?
You like Martellus Bennett. I have Gates on my team, and I have you on my team.
You say big.
I don't want to drop you because you have potential. There are some games where you make me forget who Brandon Marshall is. But then there's those games where I remember why I got laughed at on draft night for picking him.
Like the fifth round.
I believe it was the 4th or 5th round. So, I'm not going to commit. We can still have a fun. You can still, throw your boobs in my face and I can still suck them. But as far as commitment,
You can't edit this, kiddo.
franchise tag, I'm not looking to do anything with that. A side note, Jeffrey is a beautiful young man. One that I am going to kiss right now. So yeah. I'm squirming like you did last night.
And I think,
bad boy.
I think we're gonna come to a conclusion on that, guys.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys would like to say? No? Well then, thank you, and we'll see you again. Have a great one.